Welcome to Vorldrevolution. Dear friends, today we will summarize the book Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver. Protect Your Financial Future by Michael Maloney. Introduction. In Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver, Michael Maloney provides a comprehensive overview of the importance and benefits of investing in precious metals. The book begins by setting the stage with a historical perspective, explaining how gold and silver have been used as money for thousands of years. Maloney emphasizes that while many forms of currency have come and gone, gold and silver have remained constant as stores of value. Maloney delves into the concept of economic cycles, illustrating how economies go through periods of inflation and deflation. He argues that during times of economic instability, precious metals serve as a safe haven for preserving wealth. This is because gold and silver are not subject to the same risks as paper currencies, which can be devalued by government policies and inflation. The book also explores the current economic environment, highlighting the risks associated with the modern financial system. Maloney points out that the increasing national debt and the continuous printing of money by central banks are unsustainable practices that could lead to severe economic consequences. He suggests that in such a scenario, gold and silver will once again become crucial for protecting one's financial future. Maloney provides practical advice on how to invest in gold and silver, including the different forms of these metals, such as bullion, coins, and ETFs, and the best strategies for purchasing and storing them. He stresses the importance of understanding the market and being aware of potential pitfalls, such as dealing with unscrupulous dealers or falling for investment scams. Throughout the book, Maloney uses real-life examples and historical data to support his arguments, making the case that investing in gold and silver is not just a defensive strategy, but also a proactive way to build and preserve wealth. He encourages readers to take control of their financial destiny by becoming educated about precious metals and making informed investment decisions. In summary, the overview section of Maloney's book lays a solid foundation for understanding the value of gold and silver as investments. It combines historical context, economic theory, and practical advice to provide a compelling argument for why these precious metals should be a part of any well-rounded investment portfolio. Part 1. The historical importance of gold and silver as money. Michael Maloney delves deeply into the historical significance of gold and silver as money, tracing their journey through various civilizations and economic systems. This section of the book is particularly enlightening as it underscores the enduring value and stability of these precious metals. Maloney begins by taking readers back to ancient times, highlighting how gold and silver were among the first forms of currency used by human societies. He explains that these metals were chosen for their unique properties. They are durable, divisible, portable, and have intrinsic value. Unlike other commodities, gold and silver do not corrode or tarnish, making them ideal for long-term storage of wealth. The narrative then moves through different eras, showcasing how gold and silver were integral to the economies of ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Maloney illustrates how these civilizations relied on precious metals not only for trade but also as a means of storing and transferring wealth. For instance, the Roman Empire's economy was heavily based on silver coins, which facilitated trade across vast distances and diverse cultures. As the story progresses, Maloney discusses the role of gold and silver during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. He points out that despite the rise and fall of empires, these metals remained a constant in the world of finance. During this period, gold and silver were used to back the issuance of paper money, ensuring that the currency had real value. This practice continued into the modern era, with the gold standard becoming a cornerstone of the global financial system in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Maloney also addresses the pivotal moments when the link between gold and currency was severed, such as the abandonment of the gold standard by various countries. He argues that these decisions led to increased economic instability and inflation, as governments could print money without restraint. This historical perspective reinforces his central thesis, that gold and silver are timeless stores of value that provide a hedge against economic uncertainty. Throughout this section, Maloney uses historical anecdotes and data to support his points. He describes how during times of crisis, such as wars and economic collapses, people have always turned to gold and silver to preserve their wealth. These metals have proven to be resilient and reliable, outlasting countless forms of paper currency and financial instruments. Maloney's exploration of the historical importance of gold and silver as money is a compelling narrative that underscores their enduring value. By understanding the past, readers can appreciate why these metals continue to be relevant in today's economic landscape. Maloney's detailed account provides a solid foundation for anyone looking to invest in gold and silver, highlighting their role as a safeguard against financial instability and a means of preserving wealth across generations. Part 2: The Current Economic Landscape and Precious Metals. Michael Maloney provides a thorough analysis of the current economic landscape and its implications for precious metals. This section of the book is particularly insightful as it connects historical patterns with contemporary economic conditions, making a compelling case for investing in gold and silver. Maloney begins by examining the state of the global economy, highlighting the unprecedented levels of debt accumulated by governments, corporations, and individuals. He explains that this debt is a ticking time bomb, with the potential to trigger severe financial crises. Central banks, in an attempt to manage this debt, have resorted to printing money, a process known as quantitative easing. While this may provide short-term relief, Maloney argues that it ultimately devalues currencies and erodes purchasing power. The narrative then shifts to the role of inflation in the current economic environment. Maloney points out that inflation is not just a rise in prices, but a decrease in the value of money. As central banks continue to inject liquidity into the economy, the supply of money increases, leading to higher prices for goods and services. This inflationary pressure makes it difficult for savers and investors to preserve their wealth, as the real value of their money diminishes over time. Maloney also addresses the issue of economic inequality, which has been exacerbated by the policies of central banks. He explains that the wealthy, who have access to financial markets, benefit from rising asset prices, while the middle and lower classes, who rely on wages and savings, suffer from the effects of inflation. This growing disparity creates social and economic instability, further undermining confidence in the financial system. In this context, Maloney argues that gold and silver offer a safe haven for investors. Unlike paper currencies, which can be printed at will, the supply of precious metals is limited. This scarcity gives gold and silver intrinsic value, making them reliable stores of wealth. Maloney emphasizes that during times of economic turmoil, investors flock to precious metals to protect their assets from inflation and currency devaluation. The book also explores the potential for a future financial crisis, driven by the unsustainable practices of central banks and governments. Maloney warns that the current economic system is built on a foundation of debt and fiat money, which is inherently unstable. He suggests that a major economic upheaval could lead to a loss of confidence in paper currencies, prompting a return to gold and silver as the ultimate forms of money. Throughout this section, Maloney provides practical advice on how to invest in precious metals. He discusses the different ways to purchase gold and silver, including physical bullion, coins, and exchange-traded funds, ETFs. He also offers tips on storage and security, ensuring that investors can protect their holdings from theft and fraud. Maloney's analysis of the current economic landscape underscores the importance of gold and silver as strategic investments. By understanding the risks associated with debt, inflation, and economic inequality, readers can appreciate the value of precious metals in preserving wealth and providing financial security. Maloney's insights offer a roadmap for navigating the complexities of the modern economy and making informed investment decisions. Part 3: Why Gold and Silver Are Safe Haven Assets. Michael Maloney provides a detailed explanation of why gold and silver are considered safe haven assets, a concept that is central to his investment philosophy. This section of the book is particularly compelling as it combines historical evidence, economic theory, and practical insights to illustrate the enduring value of these precious metals. Maloney begins by defining what it means for an asset to be a safe haven. He explains that safe haven assets are those that retain or increase in value during times of economic uncertainty or market volatility. These assets provide a refuge for investors, protecting their wealth from the adverse effects of financial crises, inflation, and currency devaluation. One of the key reasons gold and silver are seen as safe havens is their historical track record. Maloney takes readers through various periods of economic turmoil, from ancient civilizations to modern times, showing how gold and silver have consistently preserved wealth. For example, during the hyperinflation in Weimar Germany in the 1920s, gold and silver retained their value while the paper currency became worthless. Similarly, during the 2008 financial crisis, the prices of gold and silver surged as investors sought stability amid the chaos. Maloney also delves into the intrinsic properties of gold and silver that make them ideal safe havens. These metals are durable, divisible, and portable, and they have intrinsic value due to their rarity and the labor required to extract them. Unlike fiat currencies, which can be printed in unlimited quantities by governments, the supply of gold and silver is limited. This scarcity ensures that they cannot be devalued by inflationary policies. Another important aspect Maloney highlights is the role of gold and silver in diversifying investment portfolios. He explains that these metals have a low correlation with other asset classes, such as stocks and bonds. This means that when traditional investments decline in value, gold and silver often perform well, providing a hedge against market downturns. By including precious metals in their portfolios, investors can reduce overall risk and enhance long-term stability. Maloney also addresses the psychological aspect of investing in gold and silver. He notes that these metals have been valued by humans for thousands of years, creating a sense of trust and security. This psychological factor is crucial during times of crisis, as investors are more likely to turn to assets that have a proven track record of stability and value preservation. In addition to historical and psychological factors, Maloney discusses the current economic environment and its implications for gold and silver. He points out that the unprecedented levels of debt and the aggressive monetary policies of central banks have created a fragile financial system. In such an environment, the risk of inflation and currency devaluation is high, making gold and silver attractive options for preserving wealth. Throughout this section, Maloney provides practical advice on how to invest in gold and silver. He discusses the different forms of these metals, such as bullion, coins, and ETFs, and offers tips on purchasing and storing them securely. He emphasizes the importance of doing thorough research and avoiding common pitfalls, such as dealing with unscrupulous dealers or falling for investment scams. Maloney's exploration of why gold and silver are safe haven assets is a comprehensive and persuasive narrative. By combining historical evidence, economic theory, and practical insights, he makes a compelling case for including these precious metals in any well-rounded investment portfolio. Maloney's detailed analysis helps readers understand the unique qualities of gold and silver that make them reliable stores of value, especially during times of economic uncertainty. Part 4: Investment Strategies for Gold and Silver. Michael Maloney provides a detailed exploration of various investment strategies for precious metals, offering readers a comprehensive guide to navigating the complexities of the gold and silver markets. This section of the book is particularly valuable for both novice and experienced investors, as it combines theoretical insights with practical advice. Maloney begins by emphasizing the importance of understanding the different forms of gold and silver investments. He categorizes these into physical bullion, coins, and exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Physical bullion and coins are tangible assets that investors can hold, while ETFs represent ownership of gold or silver without the need to store the physical metal. Maloney explains the pros and cons of each type, highlighting factors such as liquidity, storage costs, and ease of purchase. One of the key strategies Maloney advocates is dollar cost averaging. This involves regularly purchasing a fixed amount of gold or silver, regardless of the current price. By doing so, investors can mitigate the impact of market volatility and reduce the risk of making large investments at unfavorable times. Maloney illustrates this strategy with historical data, showing how it can lead to significant long-term gains. Maloney also discusses the importance of diversification within a precious metals portfolio. He advises investors to allocate their holdings across different forms of gold and silver, such as a mix of bullion, coins, and ETFs. This diversification helps spread risk and ensures that investors are not overly exposed to any single type of investment. Additionally, Maloney suggests including other asset classes, such as stocks and bonds, to create a balanced and resilient portfolio. Another critical aspect of Maloney's investment strategy is understanding market cycles. He explains that gold and silver prices tend to move in cycles, influenced by factors such as economic conditions, geopolitical events, and changes in monetary policy. By studying these cycles, investors can make more informed decisions about when to buy and sell. Maloney provides tools and techniques for analyzing market trends, including technical analysis and historical price patterns. Maloney also emphasizes the importance of staying informed about global economic developments. He encourages investors to keep abreast of news and trends that could impact the gold and silver markets, such as changes in interest rates, inflation rates, and government policies. By staying informed, investors can anticipate market movements and adjust their strategies accordingly. In addition to these strategies, Maloney offers practical advice on purchasing and storing gold and silver. He discusses the importance of buying from reputable dealers to avoid scams and counterfeit products. Maloney also provides tips on secure storage options, such as using safe deposit boxes or professional vaulting services, to protect investments from theft and damage. Throughout this section, Maloney uses real-life examples and case studies to illustrate his points. He shares stories of successful investors who have used these strategies to build and preserve their wealth, as well as cautionary tales of those who have made costly mistakes. These anecdotes provide valuable lessons and reinforce the practical application of Maloney's advice. Maloney's exploration of investment strategies for gold and silver is a comprehensive and practical guide for anyone looking to invest in precious metals. By combining theoretical insights with actionable advice, he equips readers with the knowledge and tools they need to navigate the gold and silver markets successfully. Maloney's detailed analysis helps investors understand the unique qualities of these metals and develop strategies to maximize their returns while minimizing risk. Part 5. Practical Tips for Buying and Storing Physical Metals. Michael Maloney offers a wealth of practical advice for buying and storing physical metals, ensuring that investors can make informed decisions and protect their investments effectively. This section of the book is particularly valuable for those new to the world of precious metals, as it covers essential tips and strategies in a clear and accessible manner. Maloney begins by emphasizing the importance of purchasing from reputable dealers. He warns against the risks of buying from unknown or unverified sources, which can lead to issues such as counterfeit products or inflated prices. To avoid these pitfalls, Maloney advises investors to conduct thorough research on dealers, looking for those with a solid track record, positive customer reviews, and transparent business practices. When it comes to choosing the type of physical metals to buy, Maloney discusses the pros and cons of various options, including bullion bars, coins, and rounds. He explains that bullion bars are typically available in larger sizes and can be more cost-effective for large investments. Coins, on the other hand, are often more recognizable and easier to trade, making them a popular choice for many investors. Maloney also highlights the importance of understanding the premiums associated with different products, as these can affect the overall cost of the investment. Maloney provides detailed guidance on how to verify the authenticity of gold and silver products. He recommends using tools such as scales, calipers, and magnets to check the weight, dimensions, and magnetic properties of the metals. Additionally, he suggests purchasing products that come with certificates of authenticity or are minted by well-known institutions, as these offer an added layer of security. Storage is another critical aspect of investing in physical metals, and Maloney offers several practical tips to ensure that investments are kept safe. He discusses the benefits and drawbacks of various storage options, including home storage, safe deposit boxes, and professional vaulting services. For those who choose to store metals at home, Maloney advises using high-quality safes that are bolted to the floor and hidden from plain view. He also recommends diversifying storage locations to reduce the risk of theft or loss. For investors who prefer not to store metals at home, Maloney explores the advantages of using safe deposit boxes or professional vaulting services. Safe deposit boxes, available at banks, offer a secure and relatively inexpensive storage solution. However, Maloney notes that access to these boxes may be limited to banking hours, which could be a drawback in times of emergency. Professional vaulting services, on the other hand, provide round-the-clock security and insurance coverage, making them an attractive option for larger investments. Maloney also addresses the importance of insurance for physical metals. He explains that while home insurance policies may cover precious metals to some extent, it is often advisable to purchase additional coverage specifically for these assets. This ensures that investors are fully protected in case of theft, loss, or damage. Maloney provides tips on finding reputable insurance providers and understanding the terms and conditions of different policies. Throughout this section, Maloney emphasizes the need for vigilance and due diligence when buying and storing physical metals. He encourages investors to stay informed about market trends, dealer reputations, and security measures to ensure that their investments remain safe and profitable. By following these practical tips, investors can navigate the complexities of the precious metals market with confidence and peace of mind. In conclusion, Maloney's practical tips for buying and storing physical metals are an invaluable resource for anyone looking to invest in gold and silver. His detailed advice covers every aspect of the process, from choosing reputable dealers and verifying authenticity to selecting the best storage options and securing adequate insurance. By following Maloney's guidance, investors can protect their wealth and make informed decisions that will benefit them in the long run. Part 6: Future Trends and the Long-Term Outlook for Precious Metals. The author provides an insightful analysis of future trends and the long-term outlook for precious metals, emphasizing their critical role in the evolving economic landscape. This section of the book is particularly forward-looking, combining historical patterns with current economic indicators to forecast the potential trajectory of gold and silver. Maloney begins by discussing the macroeconomic factors that influence the prices of precious metals. He highlights the ongoing issues of national debt, currency devaluation, and inflation, which he argues are likely to persist and even worsen in the coming years. Central banks around the world have been printing money at unprecedented rates to manage economic crises, leading to an oversupply of fiat currencies. Maloney suggests that this will inevitably result in higher inflation rates, eroding the purchasing power of paper money. In this context, Maloney posits that gold and silver will continue to serve as reliable stores of value. He explains that as fiat currencies lose their value, investors will increasingly turn to precious metals to preserve their wealth. This trend is already evident in the growing demand for gold and silver among both institutional and individual investors. Maloney predicts that this demand will only increase as economic instability becomes more pronounced. Maloney also explores the geopolitical factors that could impact the precious metals market. He points out that global tensions, trade wars, and political instability can lead to economic uncertainty, driving investors towards safe haven assets like gold and silver. For instance, during times of conflict or political upheaval, the prices of these metals tend to rise as they are perceived as more stable compared to volatile stock markets and currencies. Another significant trend Maloney discusses is the technological advancements in mining and refining processes. While these advancements can increase the supply of gold and silver, Maloney argues that the demand will likely outpace supply due to the aforementioned economic and geopolitical factors. Additionally, he notes that the industrial uses of silver, particularly in electronics and renewable energy technologies, will further drive demand. This dual role of silver as both a monetary and industrial metal positions it uniquely for future growth. Maloney also addresses the potential for a shift in the global monetary system. He suggests that as confidence in fiat currencies wanes, there could be a move towards a new monetary standard that includes gold and silver. This could take the form of a return to the gold standard or the creation of a new digital currency backed by precious metals. Such a shift would significantly increase the value of gold and silver, as they would once again become central to the global financial system. Throughout this section, Maloney emphasizes the importance of being proactive and informed as an investor. He encourages readers to stay updated on economic trends, geopolitical developments, and technological advancements that could impact the precious metals market. By doing so, investors can make strategic decisions that align with the evolving landscape and maximize their returns. Maloney's analysis of future trends and the long-term outlook for precious metals is a comprehensive and thought-provoking narrative. By examining the interplay of economic, geopolitical, and technological factors, he provides a compelling case for the continued relevance and value of gold and silver. Maloney's insights equip readers with the knowledge and foresight needed to navigate the complexities of the precious metals market and make informed investment decisions. Part 7. Conclusion. Michael Maloney synthesizes the key themes and insights presented throughout the book, reinforcing the importance of precious metals in a well-rounded investment strategy. This final section serves as a call to action for readers, urging them to take control of their financial futures by understanding and leveraging the unique benefits of gold and silver. Maloney begins by reiterating the historical significance of gold and silver as money. He emphasizes that these metals have stood the test of time, maintaining their value through countless economic cycles and crises. This historical perspective is crucial, as it underscores the enduring stability and reliability of gold and silver compared to fiat currencies, which are prone to inflation and devaluation. He then transitions to the current economic landscape, highlighting the risks associated with modern financial systems. Maloney points out that the unprecedented levels of debt and the aggressive monetary policies of central banks have created a fragile economic environment. He argues that these factors make gold and silver more relevant than ever as safe haven assets. By investing in precious metals, individuals can protect their wealth from the potential fallout of economic instability. Maloney also addresses the practical aspects of investing in gold and silver. He provides a summary of the various investment strategies discussed in the book, including dollar-cost averaging, diversification, and understanding market cycles. He emphasizes the importance of being proactive and informed, encouraging readers to stay updated on economic trends and geopolitical developments that could impact the precious metals market. One of the key messages in the conclusion is the idea of financial sovereignty. Maloney urges readers to take control of their financial destinies by making informed investment decisions. He argues that by understanding the value of gold and silver and incorporating them into their portfolios, individuals can achieve greater financial security and independence. This empowerment is a central theme of the book, as Maloney believes that everyone has the potential to protect and grow their wealth through smart investing. Maloney also looks to the future, discussing potential scenarios for the global economy and their implications for precious metals. He suggests that as economic and geopolitical uncertainties continue to rise, the demand for gold and silver will likely increase. This long-term outlook reinforces the importance of including precious metals in an investment strategy, not just as a hedge against current risks, but as a means of preserving wealth for future generations. Maloney's final thoughts and guide to investing in gold and silver are a powerful reminder of the enduring value of precious metals. By combining historical insights, practical advice, and a forward-looking perspective, he provides readers with a comprehensive understanding of why gold and silver are essential components of a resilient investment portfolio. Maloney's call to action encourages readers to take charge of their financial futures, leveraging the unique benefits of gold and silver to achieve lasting financial security. Thank you for listening. I hope this content is useful to you. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our team.